Yo, it's me, CSEOTT, and I'm continuing my Pick 10 horror with The Possession of Hannah Grace. Ay. Well, I knew going in that it wasn't going to be that good a film. I've heard things. But this just, it's not Slenderman bad. And it's not even bad per se. Well, I say per se, but it could be with sack. But so Shay Mitchell plays Megan, who is a former cop, and during one of her I don't know, it's patrol or something, she and her partner got into something, and she hesitated, and her partner died because of it. Also was shown at the beginning, there's a possession happening with a girl named Hannah Grace, and we see the body taken into the morgue here in the film. The only problem is that she actually died 3 months earlier in an exorcism. So yeah, I'm not quite sure why this movie is rated R. Well, I sort of am. The only thing I can think of why this is rated R is because the main, Hannah Grace is naked through the entire film. It's a naked corpse. Went around, and that's all I can think of. You don't really get good shots of her body either. They purposely cut it around. So there's one shot where she's moving around. You can sort of see the naked body in full. But mostly it's from behind. So you see the butt cheeks sometimes. But mostly it's above everything. So it's really weird. There's not much. I don't even think I heard one F word in the entire film. What does it say? It says, gruesome images and terror throughout. Gruesome images and terror throughout. So, because of what happened with her partner, Megan now works in a morgue. And we're introduced to other characters. There's Dave, he's one of the security guards. There's another security guard, African-American one that's at the desk. There's another security guard, that's Dave. He's the one that roams around a lot. We're shown that Megan has an ex-boyfriend who's also a cop who came to get his stuff, and he does confront her saying his Xanax is missing. And later we find out that she does have it, so she lies to him. We had a character played by Stana Katic in this, and there's Hannah Grace's dad, and there's a ambulance driver. So those are our main characters for this. And well, okay, this movie does something that I hate in horror movies, and that's when you have the main character try to tell someone what's going on, and they don't believe them. But then, instead of allowing these people to come to the realization that our main character is right, they just get killed off right after they're told about it. And it does it twice! Happens with Stana Katic's character. Now, every time she tries to explain this to someone, like the weird coincidences, they blow it off as it's post-traumatic stress or something to do with what happened with her. And when she's talking to Stana Katic about it, Stana Katic happens to find the bottle of Xanax and kind of chalks it up to that, and then says, we're trying to move forward and everything. So she doesn't believe her. And then she goes to try to find Dave, the security guard who was killed before this, and gets chased to the roof by Hannah Grace and killed. And then they do it again 20 minutes later with an ambulance driver who pulls up. So the ambulance driver showed up earlier. The Hannah Grace's father showed up, and Megan's like, "You don't work here." "Yes, I do." "No, you don't. Go away." And so then when the ambulance driver shows up with the corpse, and they bring it in, she has to come out and help him, I guess, bring it in, And the guy sneaks in. The Granger, his name is. The Hannah Grace's father sneaks in behind him. And I'm like, he's going to sneak in. A lot of these things, this movie's very predictable. Like, as soon as he said, oh, I need you to come out here and help, I'm like, oh, okay, this is guy's going to sneak in. The guy's going to sneak in. And sure enough, we see a shadow sneak into the building. And when she tells Stanikata, and she doesn't believe her, and she goes to find Dave, I'm like, oh, she's dead. She's dead. And she was. So then the ambulance driver comes back, which I guess you could have multiple things on the same day, but I don't know. For corpses. But he comes back with another corpse, and she goes, she shows him the, because, like, she shows Stanikata footage. There's footage. And she tries to explain what she thinks is going on. And then she doesn't believe her. She finds the Xanax. So she brings the security guard in. And she starts telling him what's going on. Right? And he sort of dismisses it. And he leaves. And he's getting ready to leave. And he's in the parking lot. And I'm like, they're having us follow him. They're going to do it again? You did it once, you're going to do it again. Twice in the same movie, you're going to have her tell another character that what's going on. They don't really believe her, and they're just going to kill him off before they can find out the truth. And this dude gets smushed by his own ambulance. Now, like I said, the dad gets back in, and the cops are called, and he gets arrested. But then he gets a call, or she gets a call saying that he escaped and killed the two cops. How did he get back in, though? Did he sneak back in when no, because that was after. I don't know how he got back in. But he, so the first time he gets in, he immediately tries to burn the body right away. Like, he's trying to, he doesn't want anything to stop him. He's trying to burn the body. He's trying to tell him, and the cops show up, they take him down and everything. So the next time that he comes in, not only does he not go straight for the corpse, but he decides he's going to stand there and tell her the entire story of what went on. Even though we, as an audience, were already shown what happened in the beginning of the film. But he's got to stop, stand there, and tell her to give her the exposition of what's going on. Even though he was just trying to throw the body in without hesitation before, he's going to stop, staying right next to the body, mind you, and tell her the story because, she's got to know what happened. And then he gets killed when Hannah Grace pushes him into the incinerator there. Thanks for telling our main character what's going on so she knows, and then you're going to GTFO now, you're going to die. Because you're not needed anymore. Why didn't you just tell her, hey, help me burn the body first, and then I'll tell you what happened. You know something's going on, just let me burn the body. And why didn't... So, here's the big thing. So she has scars and stuff on her body. She heals after every time she kills. And then she has to go rest. So, and we're shown this many times that the body's just laying back in the morgue. She knows something fucked up is going on. And she knows that the guy was trying to burn the body. Why the fuck doesn't she burn the body? That's the confusing thing, right? So, after the guy's arrested for trying to burn the body, right? Weird things start to happen. You think maybe she would think, oh, that's why he was trying to burn the body. I should burn the body too. But no. She's too busy trying to convince other people of what's going on. Now, I understand you want to tell someone what's going on. I understand that maybe just burning the body people are going to be like, well, why did you burn it? What's going on? And, how are you going to explain that? I get it. But it just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So eventually, her cop ex-boyfriend shows up, and they show him go in and, wave down the guy, and he goes down to the morgue, and he goes out to the thing, and he finds the ambulance driver. And I'm like, because earlier, she makes some stupid fucking decision in this movie. She goes over and she puts her fingers on to check his pulse. Okay, I understand you gotta do that, but he got squished by the fucking ambulance. He's dead. But not only that, that puts her fingerprints on his body. I'm like, what are you doing with fingerprints? And then later, another stupid decision, so we'll get to that. He goes over to check the body, and I'm like, he's gonna find the fingerprints. She's gonna be framed for this, right? That doesn't happen. That's the one thing, maybe one thing, because I'm not sure about the ending, but one thing that I got wrong when I was predicting this stuff. One out of I don't know how many. So they get up. He gets up there. He finds her. She goes down to the main lobby to get away from. This is what really kind of pissed me off. All right, we're shown earlier in the film that the Hannah Grace, the possessed demon Hannah Grace, uses the elevator to get from level to level. So that leads you to believe that she can't get anywhere without the elevator, which is not really a point because of what happens, but like that she, has to abide by the same laws we are. You can't go through doors or walls or anything like that. Well, fuck that, because so Megan's running from her. She gets into the elevator and pushes the button and it closes. And I'm like, I call this too. I'm like, she's gonna show up in a damn elevator, isn't she? It's not making any sense, but that's gonna happen. Sure enough, hand pops up. And how the fuck didn't she hear that? It made a big thud on the side of the door, but she's just standing there waiting for the door to open. Right next to her, and she doesn't turn around and see that it's there. No. She doesn't even, she gets out of the elevator, she starts having an asthma attack or panic attack or something where she can't breathe. And she then starts to realize that she's down there with her. Then the cop friend shows up, and they get in the hallway, right? And she's got the cop, she's all healed now because she killed the fat security guard guy, so she's all powerful and healed up now. And she takes the cop's body, and he's like this, and she's gonna kill him. But then Megan takes the cop's gun and shoots the fuck out of Hannah Grace, knocking her to the ground. And then what does she do? She goes to check on the cop by first dropping the gun on the. Drop the fucking gun and then going to check on him. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? I literally got up on my seat. I was sitting there and I saw her drop the gun. This is my reaction. What the fuck are you doing? Why did you drop the gun? Why? Why would you drop the gun? That's another thing I hate in horror movies. It's another. You have a weapon. Why would you then drop it? Now, Cabin in the Woods plays on that, where there's like electric shock and then they drop it. But why would you drop? I love horror movies, but this is like every horror movie cliche shoved into one film. I'm sorry. Why would you drop the gun? Knowing that at least wounded it, why would you drop the gun? I'm sorry. Did you go check on your ex-boyfriend? So she tells her ex-boyfriend to go for help. So he does. And then she burns the body. A little resistance, but she ends up burning the body. So why did she tell him to get help? He shows up with a bunch of cops. If she was going to go burn the body, why did she tell him to go get help? It makes no sense. Maybe that's just a way to get him out of the way so that they can have that final scene with her doing it. I don't he was kind of incapacitated. He could have just laid there, and all you could have done was just have. This is the way you should have done it. Instead of having him go get help because like fucking it was unnecessary. Just have him lay there. She grabs the body, pulls it in. You want to have him? He's passed out. You can't help. She pulls it in. Incinerator thing happens. Boom. Shut. Bitch is dead. And then she goes. She picks him up, and they walk off. And then you can do your next scene. I'm sorry. It just bugs me how, why did she have him go get help? The cops aren't going to do nothing now anyway. And if anything, if they don't believe his story about some... I just thought of this. So, what happens? He goes and tells about a possessed girl's body that's possessed by a demon. And you just burn all the evidence of that. So... And they already said that the cameras aren't working. So the cops come up, find dead bodies laying around the place. With her and her cop ex-boyfriend, the only witnesses to the crime. And they fingerprints is all over the damn place. I'm sorry, this isn't an open shut case here. Well, it is, but it's not the one you want to have. Your asses are going to jail because you can't prove there was a demonic bitch going around the hospital. I'm sorry, but no. It's not a happy ending. It wouldn't be a happy ending. Because here's the thing. Your fingerprints are everywhere. On the gun. You know. You were especially if you're Megan. You were the last one seen talking to everyone that died, basically. Before they died. And you're the one going around spouting about this crazy demon bitch. And what if you brought your ex-boyfriend in on it too? They would be going in front of a court. I'm just saying. But we have the last scene, and this is one of the things I called that I'm not even sure about. I said either Megan or the cop boyfriend are going to be possessed. Well, I'm not sure. They have Megan, giving her a progress report after the film, after everything, how she's doing after all these months and how she's coping. And then she's in front of a mirror, something with her eye, and then she smashes a fly. Flies were seen, crawling on the dead body, Hannah Grace's dead body earlier. And so, is it meant to imply that she's taken... It could be one of two things here. It could be meant that it's taken over her, or that her smashing the fly signifies that she's moved on and she's a better person. I don't know. So I'm not sure if I'm right on that prediction, but this was a very predictable, cliched horror film. It's rated R. I don't know why. The death scenes aren't even that bad. I guess the crackling bone sounds could be part of it. And Stanislaus' death is a little crackly, bony, bendy type death. But yeah, not quite sure otherwise. And the naked body maybe, but yeah, just I don't know. I guess it was also once called Cadaver, which I don't know. It's about a dead body that comes to life, but Persistent Hannah Grace makes more sense, I guess. Death is only the beginning. I'm sorry, you stole that from The Mummy. Yeah, I'm give it a 5 because I didn't hate it, but there's so much horror cliche in it. It's just like, oh, when they're making this, they said, oh, what did they do in horror movies? Who directed this, by the way? Diedrich van Roge. I'm not pronouncing that. It's probably some foreign name. I'm sorry. I don't want to butcher your name. But yeah, just like the guy said, oh, what do they do in horror movies? And he looked up every horror movie cliche and said, put that in, put that in, put that in, put that in, put that in. And there you go. It's not for me. I'm sorry. I bought it because I wanted to see it. I wanted to see it when it came out, but I wasn't able to go see it because I don't think we got it. But yeah, I don't know. Just don't get why it's rated R. Gets a 5 from me. So before we go, I want the next one. It's a DVD. And we're going to go Dracula 2000. Alright. Yes, I looked. I'm not ready for The Exorcist just yet. That'll be the last one I do. Makes sense, though. So, this will be next. I don't know if I'll do it tonight or tomorrow, but this will get done. I want to get the last 3 done so I can start, well, Tremors is going to be this weekend, so I might do a couple of other ones, depending on when I get these done. But, yeah. So what are your thoughts on the possession of Hannah Grace? Let me know in the comments below. Like, share, and subscribe. I've been Scotty. We'll see you in the next one.